Combine reconstruction of anterior cruciate ligament and anterolateral ligament reconstruction using suspensory button fixation. Patient is positioned in the supine position with the foot and thigh holder. The fibula head, anterior tubercle, and the lateral epicondyle are marked. 2 incisions are made 1 cm distal to the joint line between the anterior tubercle and the fibular head. 2 bone tunnels are created with a drill bit, and its entrances are widened and connected with a right-angled clamp. A looped suture is passed to allow graft passage. Hamstrings are harvested through an oblique incision, and the semitendinous attachment is preserved. Standard diagnostic arthroscopy is performed, and meniscus and cartilage injuries are treated accordingly. The tibial and femoral footprints of the ACL are identified. The incision is made slightly posterior and proximal to the lateral epicondyle, and the femoral ACL tunnel is created through an outside-in approach. A guide wire is inserted from the lateral femoral cortex at the appropriate point marked for optimal ALL function to the ACL femoral footprint, and the tunnel is created retrogradely. A tunnel is created using a drill guide set at 55 degrees, and the guide wire is drilled to the center of the native ACL footprint. Using loop sutures, the total length of a femoral and tibial tunnel and the interarticular length are determined. Semitendinosus is measured from its insertion to the entrance of the tunnel and marked. Following this mark, another 2 marks are made at the points total length of the tibial tunnel minus 15 mm and total length of the tibial tunnel plus total interarticular length plus femoral socket. The graft is folded over the femoral button and is stitched over itself. The free end is passed through the tibial cortical button and is symmetrically folded again, and tendon access is excised. The free end of the semitendinous is stitched, and both free ends of the suture are tied together over the femoral button and over the graft itself with 4 knots. One free end of the gracilis is tied together over the tibial loop of the semitendinosus and over the tibial button loop itself with 4 knots. The graft is reinforced with 2 C-class type sutures on each side, and graft measurement is confirmed. The femoral adjustable graft loop is pulled through the tibial tunnel along with the graft into the femoral tunnel under direct arthroscopic visualization until the button has exited the femoral cortex approximately and is ready to flip. Once the button flips, the graft is pulled back to ensure solid femoral fixation. Next, the femoral pull suture is tensioned to pull the graft up into the femoral tunnel. The tibial tensioning sutures are pulled until the graft and the button are seated in the tibial tunnel and cortical tibial bone. The remaining gracilis is used for ALL reconstruction. Using an arthroscopic grasper, the sutures of the gracilis are passed over the previous passing sutures. At the proximal end, the sutures securing the ACL graft and the femoral button are encircled around the ALL graft and tied in full extension and neutral rotation. The fixation of our graft is then verified arthroscopically.